On the Topcon Elite and D series slit lamps, you have a rheostat that sometimes needs to be changed. The rheostats have 3 terminals. The Elites only use 2 terminals. The D series use all 3. This is an Elite series, and it has just 2 terminals used, whereas the D series, they use all 3 wires. So if you're going to change these rheostats, something important to do is go ahead and mark on the rheostat or on the base of the slit lamp the colors of your wires. Just get a marker and write what color goes on what terminal, so that when you're putting it all back together and soldering the wires, you won't get them confused. After you've marked the base of the slit lamp with the colors, you can even write on your new rheostat the colors to the terminals, so that will help you. And go ahead and unsolder the wires off of your slit lamp first, and then you can turn it over and take off the knob, which you have to use an Allen wrench to take the little set screw out, take the knob off. There might be a washer, a spacer. Take the knob off, and you'll have to unscrew the nut on top of the rheostat to take it out. And while you have your rheostat, you might want to go ahead and put a little bit of flux and solder on the top of the terminals, so that when it's mounted, it's already done and ready to hook the wires up. You don't have to put any solder on this side, because that's going to be flat up against the base. But just go ahead and put a little dab of flux and solder on there, and then go ahead and put your new rheostat into the slit lamp and line it up to where the wires are going to be able to be lined up, and go ahead and tighten it, and then turn it back over, and then reflux and solder your wires a little bit, and then go ahead and push the heat shrink away and solder, and then put the heat shrink back over it and cover it. Sometimes you're missing parts, so you're going to need a rheostat and a knob and a lock screw that goes into the knob, and a little spacer lock washer to lift the knob off a little bit off of the base. And you'll also need a scale, a seal diaphragm scale, if yours is off or missing or bad. They come off pretty easily, or they tear off, so might as well go ahead and put a new seal on there. And depending on your model, the D301s have the cable already attached. It's a plug-and-play type, and this is actually on the power supply. So this is what you'd be getting for the D301. But the Elites, the D series, and the 701, you would be just getting the rheostat. And here are the numbers for this. They call it a dimmer volume control. So they may not use the word rheostat, they'll use dimmer volume control. And these are the numbers for the dimmer, the knob, set screw, and the scale. And then for the dimmer cable with the dimmer volume control with the VR cable is this number. Just make sure you mark what colored wires go and put it back exactly the same way that you took it off. When you're replacing your seal, clean your knob really well from the old glue that was on the sticker. You might want to use some fuel or something to get it completely clean. And many times you can tell where the original sticker started. There'll be a little line, a faint line, and you can go ahead and start it right at that same place and go around it. Peel this off gently and put it on. And also remember you're going from low to high. So when you're putting your sticker on, you want to put it on low to high and don't put it upside down. So just be aware of that when you're doing it. And then when you've got it on the slit lamp, turn it all the way down to 0 and turn your knob to the lowest point. And then wherever your set screw is, hold it in place and tighten it there, and then check it, turn it to see if it coincides with the markings on the base.